LSU grabs the first possession. Strack contends on the first shot attempt, gets a piece of it, put back up, and Koval comes back with a big offensive rebound and the stick back.
Well, nice job by Joyner to attack the defense. Look, you're going to get shots blocked tonight. That just happens. That's the way Kentucky plays. Great job by Joyner to attack. Better sign for LSU to see Koval with the putback. Elijah Johnson picks up her first on Kentucky's first possession down the floor.
Strack misses. She can also shoot the triple. She'll back out. She's hit 9 trays. She misses, but a deep rebound. Kentucky gets another chance. Hassett shoots. She's the designated three-point shooter. Off the mark, and the rebound to Michaela Williams. Williams at the top. She'll take the three. Got it.
That could be huge for LSU to get off to a good start because Kentucky wants you to go to the basket and try to block your shot. She can stretch that defense out.
5-0 Tigers, but it's quickly reversed. Victor, I think, and you've mentioned it to an extent, can Koval stay out of foul trouble? This is a very tall, physical Kentucky team. It's the tallest Kentucky basketball team in its history on the women's side. And another 3-ball ripped home. What did you tell me 10 minutes ago? Michaela Williams has the potential to really go off offensively.
While we were in the timeout, the official came on the microphone and made the announcement to everyone that it was staying blue ball, and then they would look at the three-pointers. So they went and took a look at it.
Amaya Joyner, Flau'jae Johnson, Michaela Williams, Kate Koval, and Jada Richard on the floor right now for LSU. And the Tigers get an inside bucket from Joyner. LSU off to a hot start, leading early by 8.
Beautiful pass by Michaela Williams, too. Now they're going to try to face guard her, and she drops down the little bounce pass.
This 3-ball up and off the mark, a little bit strong from Obi. And it's going to go back to LSU.
LSU has not seen a lineup this season that has that kind of size, so they're going to have to be aggressive on the boards.
The only team in the Southeastern Conference that's larger than Kentucky is South Carolina, and Williams adds another bucket. An open 3 launched from the left side, too long by Jordan Obi. Obi gets it back, takes it inside. Koval defending. And Strack.
Koval goes over the top, no foul call, but off her hand out of bounds.
The best three-point shooter for Kentucky is Asia Boone. LSU will go to the free throw line. Here's Williams, a superb free throw shooter. You've seen her connect on just about everything from the free throw line. Little better than that for her career numbers as she strokes 2. 10 points for Williams on a couple of threes, a deuce, and a couple of free throws. And a foul against Kentucky. And Victor, that rolls off the tongue rather easily, but so difficult. So many points. That inbounds play in traffic goes awry, and LSU will have to peel back defensively. Boone is open. The lefty takes it and nestles it home. That is triple number 38 for her. 14-5, LSU by 9 early. Richard's going to take a deep 3. Got it! It rattled and went.
She was an outstanding scorer in her high school days over in Opelousas. She's one of those that can quietly start to fill up the scoring sheet and the stat sheet with points.
That was her 9th triple of the season. And Strack comes right back with a baseline jumper and rattles it home. Here's Richard.
The dynamic of the game might change even more with Phil Wiley about to check in.
Bull Wiley, certainly one of the most valuable players in the entire league. After starting her career at South Carolina, a couple of terrific seasons off the bench there, and the same thing in progress for LSU now. There's another 3 by guess who? Asia Boone.
Nope.
She's got that quick release. She's that lefty. Flau'jae Johnson missed it badly. She has not yet been into the offensive flow. Koval.
Look at the defense. 4 steals per game. She's coming off a game where she had phenomenal. 8 steals.
It's phenomenal.
She's the ultimate thief in the SEC when it comes to bothering other teams' offense. And then also checking into the game is Grace Knox, who's one of the hardest fighters we've seen so far this season in terms of her aggressiveness and not backing down to anybody on the inside.
Knox has a terrific future here. The youngster making her mark off the bench for LSU, and a nice fadeaway Shot off the 1 foot.
Defensively, LSU is going to have to try to get them away from the lane as Fulwiley drives to the basket, because that's back-to-back buckets now by 6'5" players who have turned from 8 to 10 feet on a little bit of a fadeaway on a one-legger falling back. You got to back them out.
Kentucky has scored 7 straight points. The lead is 5 for LSU. The Tigers led by a dozen before the Kentucky run. 3 minutes to go, opening period. And that's too easy. Tonie Morgan was able to get by an out-court defender and then score from point-blank range.
That was Michaela Williams who let it go straight by with no contest.
Koval muscling up, slings it against the board, no good. 9 straight points for Kentucky. They can tie with a 3 here. Instead, they get a layup. That was Jordan Obey running the court, and Kentucky has scored 11 consecutive. Richard snaps it in the corner. 3 ball up, 3 ball just off the mark by Williams. Kentucky can take a lead right here. A lot of contact, but no whistle. Asia Boone missed on the drive. Williams did not realize there was a player behind her, and that's stolen by Asia Boone. The crowd did. It was yelling, look out, but to no avail.
Nobody talking to her. LSU has not trailed in a ball game in its last 3 games, and in 7 of their last 9, LSU has yet to trail in a game. You know this game means something for Johnson, too. It's Kaya Johnson, that is. Played her high school ball in Kentucky.
Strack backs out, hits a deep deuce. Kentucky has scored 13 consecutive points. And free throws will be coming.
They are going to try block shots. You can draw fouls if you're aggressive like LSU.
Jada is an 80% free throw shooter. The Tigers at 71.7 as a team. And the 2 free throws give LSU the lead by 1. Kentucky right now beating LSU back down court on a couple of occasions. Obey running the floor.
Great cross-court pass to break that full-court press.
Fulwiley is left alone. She can run the point, and her defense is beyond comparison. That's blocked by Johnson.
Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Kentucky, and a 4-time champ. I was trying to read up a little bit on that. LSU was already honoring. Took Kentucky's top player for the last 4 years and brought her to Baton Rouge.
How rare is that? Uses the pick by Johnson. Flaugier fakes right, dribbles left, launches it. It rims out. Knox was knocked down trying to lean in for that rebound. She's all right, but holding the back of her head.
Flaugier's going to need one of those buckets to get her started. One of her trademark drive to the basket shots. She missed a 3-pointer badly, and then that time an off-balance jumper.
10 seconds remain in the first quarter. And a reach-in foul well away from the bucket by Fulwiley. So with 7 seconds to go in the quarter, the first free throw is good. Who on the season has converted 82.5%. Johnson pulls off the rebound. LSU has 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Richard, yes! Jada Richard brings this crowd to its feet with a leaner just ahead of the end of the first quarter. LSU led by 12 at one time before Kentucky went on a 13-0 run. A couple of ties and 6 lead changes in the first period alone. With Victor Howell, I'm Lynn Rollins. Kentucky with Strack backing out. She's got the sweet jump shot. She's 6'5". Williams, Joyner, spinning, reversing. Has to get out of the lane and does so. This is Flaugier Johnson. Fadeaway jump shot. No, she is ice cold right now.
Well, that's good defense, too, by Kentucky. That's other than the 3-pointer she took, her other 2 field goals, she has been contested. Kentucky's done a nice job getting into Flaugier's face.
Flaugier has attempted 3 shots and missed them all. Shot clock down to 8. And a foul on Koval.
But again, with Kentucky's ability, to your point of Strack and her growth spurt, to be able to handle the ball and move with that size,
Look at the free throw per game marks by LSU especially.
Kentucky making just under 12 a game. On the season, LSU, as you can see, making just over 20. Their opponents are making 10. So basically, LSU comes in starting a game up 10 if they go to the free throw line on average.
By the way, that free throws converted per game for LSU is number 2 in the country. And a good job of snaking her way to use the backboard.
That's what I was saying earlier. She needed one of those drive to the basket hoops to go in and give her some confidence.
And a nice little bump and back up as she scored over Knox and did a good job of creating some space. That's off Knox's hands.
Preseason second team All-SEC selection, and she's averaging 11 points a game. One of those many Wildcats in double digits.
And she also can block a shot or 2 or 8 or 10. She had 10 blocks in one game last year against Arizona State. Well, there's a 3 by Kentucky.
LSU's got to figure out who wants to guard Asia Boone. That's her third.
Asia Boone now with 40 3-point shots made. And you know what? Hassett, who has not been a factor offensively, has 35 triples made. Tigers come right back.
See, this is something that we haven't seen all season long for LSU, but one game. And that was on the road when LSU got challenged. Nice defense challenging that layup there.
But the ball bounces back to Kentucky. And then taken away by Flaugier.
We have not really seen them face a lot of adversity like they faced here in the latter part of the first quarter and early here in the second.
Kentucky in blue, leading by 1. Shot clock at 3. A late pass down low. This will count if it goes. It does not. Offensive rebound pulled off by Kentucky. Boone is open. The lefty lets it fly. On line but long. Another offensive rebound. Put back. Bouncing. It's good.
That's going
but there
the
was
other
a
way.
whistle.
They're going to call that on Key. They're going to call that offensive. But if you have body position, you got a white jersey on the inside of them, you get the call over the back.
A reverse layup is good. It goes down. LSU on a 6-0 run to regain the lead, 31-30. Carroll from distance, on line but long. Rebound ripped down by Joyner. Here's Williams, fakes right, dribbles left, gives it up to Flaugier Johnson, scoops it, scores, and a whistle. There's the old-fashioned three-point play. This is Strack. Leaves that little half, but the floater came up short. Wiley driving, misses high off the window. Rebound pulled off by Key.
Penny Brooks taking the chance to put Strack back into the ballgame. She only sat for about a minute and a half. Remember, she's their leading scorer, but she has 2 fouls.
And she can do that if you leave her alone. That gives her 9.
When you're 6'5", and can do that, if you're a defender, if you're not right on top of her moving, you need to be 6'8" or 6'9". Other than that, it's almost unguardable.
There's a pass down low and a reverse layup by Knox.
And Kentucky's going to a zone defense to try to protect Strack.
Basketball savvy and strong and diligent. That's put back up. Missed, put back up again, and the bucket by Key. And a foul called. And a 3-point opportunity. Key has a sister who played for Tennessee.
We're talking about the size.
Richard, pull-up jump shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Morgan committed her second foul. Her career best in scoring is 31 against Stanford before this stop at Kentucky. Knox is guarding Strack, forces her into a pass outside. Key leaves the 3-ball short, and it bounces deep all the way into the LSU bench.
She is going to fight you tooth and nail, and she was posting up and bodying up and forced Strack to make that tough pass.
This is Richard. Flaugier Johnson. Williams. That ball was...
That's number 3.
And
we told you she went to Virginia Tech. When Virginia Tech played LSU back in the ACC-SEC matchup, she was here, and she fouled out in the first half.
And Strack, knowing she already had 2 fouls, committed really a needless foul on that play.
Well, and Kentucky had shifted to a zone defense to try to help protect her. So now that she's going to be on the bench for the final 2 minutes, we'll see if Kentucky changes anything on the defensive end.
LSU's lead is 4 after the 1 conversion.
Michaela tried to sell that offensive charge, didn't get it, and a need for an easy layup.
Obi scoring. Michaela on the move. Michaela gets into the lane, gives it off to Fulwiley. She misses the quick shot. Rebound put back up by Knox, and that's too strong. LSU with a couple of opportunities, they went 0 for 2.
They love to do that. They love to run the floor. That's one of their strengths of this year's team. But that time the layup was there. It just didn't go in.
There's the lob down to Key at 39.
Kentucky's got a full house in terms of the scoring column. Strack, Boone, and Key all with 9. Morgan and Obi with 6.
And Williams counters for the Tigers. At halftime, we'll talk to Jay Clark about the upcoming gymnastics season and the open mic night tomorrow with all of its festivities. That's blocked and a foul called on the Tigers with less than 2 seconds to go in the half.
That's going to be the third on Fulwiley.
2 shots coming here. Morgan this year has 9 times scored in double figures. And that's point number 8 for her. 41 apiece. Here's the heave to Richard. This will count if it goes. It's off the top of the backboard, and a frenetic, exciting, back and forth first half. Kentucky in blue, LSU in white. Third quarter just underway. Hassett, who's been held in check, dumps it down low to Obi, and Obi collides, and there's an offensive foul.
That doesn't bother her one bit. You saw her smiling and laughing when she hit the floor, knowing she did her job.
That's the third foul on Obi. Johnson dribbles to the right side, pulls up and fires. Got it. A good start for her.
LSU would like to see Flau'jae Johnson start this half the same way Michaela Williams started the ball game.
Flau'jae with 9 now. There's a spinning shot that hits the side of the backboard. Missed by Morgan. Obi gets it back and misses from point-blank range. Richard weaves her way back into front court. Johnson sets up, goes baseline, hooks it up. Got it! Got it! Flau'jae Johnson, in launching shots, has brought this crowd to its feet.
She now has 11, the second player in the ball game, and second Lady Tiger in double digits.
That's a beautiful feed from Boone.
Considering Jada Richard and Michaela Williams were only about 3 feet apart, she tried to bounce pass it.
Johnson gets near the rim, scoops it up, but misses high off the window. Boone.
Got to get a hand on her.
She'll take the shot. She misses. Knox wades in for the rebound.
Boone has all 3 of her made field goals and 3-pointers as Flau'jae gets to the bucket again. It's been the Flau'jae Johnson show here in the second half.
She is smooth with about 7 O's. That's scooped up and in on the run.
Koval's another one of those players that can have an impact here in the second half. Just 2 points for Koval and 1 rebound.
That line drive jumper is good by Michaela Williams.
From all areas of the floor. It could be 10 feet away. It could be 3 feet behind the 3-point line. You just have to eliminate them from the offense or else they can create on you.
Williams is knocked down by a legal pick, and the lay-in is good. That was a vicious but legal pick. Koval spinning, left hand, no. Rebound picked up by Obi. You know, Obi in high school was a shot putter, and she also threw the discus. She can throw an elbow pretty well, too. Let's see against whom the foul is called. It's going to be Koval on the block.
Koval goes right back to the bench with Knox.
Amaya Joyner and Zakiya Johnson, who wear number 1 and 11 respectively, have checked into the game for LSU. That's muscled up but missed by Key. Kentucky comes back with it. Strack was able to run it down, and the 3-ball is good.
Lady Tigers are trying to get position, but it's one thing to have position. It's another thing to go get the ball. Kim Mulkey screaming at her team. You got to be more aggressive. Get your hands on that thing.
Richard is open. Richard responds with a 3-point rattler.
She's just about at its season average with made 3-pointers on this game.
That pass is knocked loose, but right back into the hands of Kentucky. Hassett, no, left it short. strong rebound. Ripped off by Johnson.
That's what Mulkey was looking for. If you got positions, one thing, go grab the ball.
Richard lobs it down, tipped away, recovered by LSU's Joyner. She scoops it up and scores. Joyner on the running baby hook. Asia Boone wants to be a pilot. She's already had 40 flight hours, including emergency landings. Both of her parents are Navy veterans. Richard stopped the dribble, finds Williams, who will survey the situation. Wiley will come in at the next whistle for LSU. Oh, nice pass down into the lane for the lay-in. Beautifully done. The lead is 6, the biggest it's been for a while. Shot clock at 6. Key muscles her way in, lays it up. No good. Deep rebound. Williams on the run. She'll take the 3 from straight away. She's got it in this place. It's going nuts. A 3-ball. The junior from Bossier City. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Morgan stops at the free throw line, kicks it out, left side 3-ball, good again.
Came in and crunched towards the middle to stop the dribble. They kicked it out, and she was too late to get out there and put a hand in Boone's face.
Is that her third or
That's
fourth?
Her fourth.
That gives her 30, make it 41 triples on the year. Blage Johnson goes right back to work, slithering inside. Blage has 15 after a slow start. This is Strack. She's cut off.
Blage's only missed 1 shot since the second quarter, by the way.
Boone for 3 again. No. Ball tipped around. Strack kicks it left side. Another 3-ball up and in. That time, Tonie Morgan. She came into the game only with 8 triples. Behind the back. Loses it. Gets it back. Retreats. Good defense. And Wiley almost lost it. In fact, she did.
It is turnover number 6 for LSU. Kentucky has 7.
So very low numbers for both teams to this point. Key left all alone for the layup. Every time LSU appears to be ready to stretch it into a double-figure lead, Kentucky comes back, trailing by 3. Joyner, yes, gets the little floater from Blage Johnson.
That's her 5th game then with double-digit assists.
She tied a school record with 16 assists against USC Upstate and no turnovers in that game. How's that?
She's second in the nation in assists.
Key spinning and scoring on Joyner. What an SEC opener we've had between the Wildcats and the Tigers as we close out the third quarter. That scoop is good. Jada Richard makes it 65-60. LSU leads by 5 as we go to the fourth quarter. In the first SEC game of the season, Williams, turnaround jump shot. No, a little flat, a little long. Strack with that 1-footer, falling back. Joyner retrieves it and hands it to Richard. Half the shot clock to use. Richard bounces inside, leaps and fires in and out. Rebound, Joyner. Yes! So strong.
That's a big tag team effort, too, because Akaya Johnson was right there in position, but she helped clear a path for Joyner to get that rebound and put it up and in.
Boone kicks it out to Strack. An open line drive jumper is good. Vanderbilt knocked off Arkansas, and Ole Miss was a 17-point winner over Georgia.
That's a great look and a great call. Kim Mulkey called that play coming down the sideline. That's an excellent call and excellent execution.
21 points for Michaela Williams, but she can't get 22.
Not used to seeing her bang one off the back of the iron like that. Not from the free throw line.
Very good free throw shooter. That's nicely done. One-on-one. Good move by Morgan. 69-64. The biggest lead in this game has been LSU by 12. That came early. Joyner, yes. A very slick feed by Zakaya Johnson to Joyner. Oh, a deep 3 and a big one needed by Kentucky. Asia Boone, that's the 9th time she's reached double figures in scoring this year.
Kentucky's closing in on a season average of 9 made three-pointers a game.
6:40 to play and counting. LSU by 4. Kentucky owns the basketball. And a foul called. Richard committed the foul. That's her third.
0 for 1 here in the second.
Morgan.
To your point about this game being here, that's why they sat through some of those tougher games that were 40, 50-point decisions to get to games like this.
LSU by 3. And free throws will be coming. 74.5% on the season. Every contested play, every free throw is critical in a game like this, and Knox bags both of them. Down to Morgan. And Richard may have committed the foul.
Because it looked like she just tripped over her own feet. Unless Jada got her with a trip, she was playing good defensive position. Morgan got tripped up and they called her on the foul.
LSU wanted to double dribble, but the official said the ball was tipped by an LSU player.
And they wound up getting the foul call.
Boone is away on the first one.
50% from the line tonight. Kentucky 7 of 14. You see, that was just their 4th free throw attempt here in the half.
Only 6 times had she gone to the line. Here's the handoff to Williams, spinning, fading, firing, got it. Again, we talked about her ability to create shots. LSU trailed against Duke, Louisiana Tech, and Tulane, and now Kentucky. But right now leading 75-69. And we've got a stoppage and a foul on LSU.
Morgan has 19, Boone has 18 for Kentucky.
And Morgan is at the stripe right now. A good free throw shooter, but the first one is long. Morgan, 82.5%. Kentucky was only 8 for 16, now 8 for 17. But how about that? As Key somehow manages. 75-71 for Wiley. And there's a foul on Koval. The number 1 scorer for Kentucky at 16.8. The number 1 rebounder at 9.9.
Even more astounding with that block stat. LSU actually leads points in the paint, 34-30.
We've got tension here in the final minutes. Williams fakes the 3. Looking, fakes left.
LSU cleared the floor for her, too.
That shot rattles out. Key takes the rebound near the free throw line. Kentucky can take the lead with this possession. 2.5 to go. Tighten the seatbelts. Hang on to your chairs. Ten seconds to shoot. 4 seconds. Morgan works down low and a foul called.
She moves over faster on defense. Look, she's already beat. We've talked about it so many times on broadcast, Lynn. Once she got behind, now she's reaching in to try to get the block.
Morgan calmly sinks the first free throw. This for a tie at 75. We are brand new. Jada playing with 4 fouls and 14 points. Richard pulls up, takes the jumper, misses side left. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Kentucky. Wildcats can take the lead with this possession. Morgan dribbling around, kicks it out, 3 ball, in and out, and rattled away. Key gets it back for Kentucky.
Key is just a monster on loose balls. LSU has not figured out how to get number 7 away from the loose balls time and time again.
Key is like a rat on a Cheeto when it comes down to running those balls down. 15 rebounds for Key. Can you believe it? Shot clock at 3. Step back. Got it. Oh, my. Strack with a critical shot. That is not a high percentage shot at all, but she stroked it with nothing but twine.
This is what Lady Tiger fans are worried about. Those 40, 50-point games, they haven't been in this situation. There she is again with a rebound.
16 rebounds for Key.
You've got to try to go to the basket. If you draw a foul, that's fine and get to the free throw line. You don't want to, I do not think you want to try the outside shot.
There's about a 7-second difference between the clocks. 15 on the shot clock right now. That's going to be a foul on Strack. 3 free throws are coming. 3 free throws are coming. Hit 30 consecutive free throws as a freshman. She calmly drops in the first one. Michaela Williams ties the game. She is as cool as the center seed of a cucumber. For the lead. Yes! 3 consecutive free throws for Michaela Williams. Timeout, Kentucky. How about that for some clutch shooting? Joyner, Knox, Johnson, Williams, and Richard on the floor for LSU. Obi, Morgan, Key, Boone, and Strack for Kentucky. This is Tonie Morgan.
Coach is going to give her the sign when to go. He just told her to hold up. Now he's telling her, let's go.
10 seconds to play. Morgan still dribbling left side. 5 seconds.
Strack's left alone.
3 seconds. She's going to have to shoot for the win. Got it! Wow! Kentucky hits a 3 with no time remaining. Let's see what LSU does.
They're going to try to go to the basket for a lob tip, or they got to go to somebody like Michaela who can quickly turn and shoot.
That's probably the option they'll use. Flau'jae Johnson will throw it in. This is Michaela, and this shot will not count. Even if it goes, it doesn't. Kentucky has defeated LSU. The final, Kentucky 80.